Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. And this time it's again about Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. However, it's about Tier 6, so how to get the ultimate tokens. As you can see, I have completed it, and even I had one very good run where I even 3-starred it, so Rey didn't get off one single whirlwind, which is not what you should not expect. I've played around a bit and I found different strategies. There are two that I find very consistent, and I'm going to show you both. And I actually realized there's no modding specifically for this event needed, at least compared to my standard mods. As you can see, I have Relic 7 Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I'm not sure whether this is doable with lower relics, because you really need him to hit as hard as possible and or to be survivable. As you can see here, in terms of mods, I have a offense set and a health set with offense primary, crit damage primary, here speed primary, and health primary here. And in general, his stats, almost 120k health, 504 speed, 210% critical damage, and 11.8k physical offense. Kylo Ren, he doesn't really need to be fast. 242, 94 added from mods. Anything else doesn't really matter from him. Hux, since you're gonna run him in arena, you wanna have him fast, so I have him at 308 at the moment. First Order Officer, I actually am not running him in arena right now, so he doesn't have the very best speed mods, but 286, I mean, he's fairly easy to get fast. And Phasma, again, not running her in arena, so 230, 89 from mods is not really fast, and that's all you care about. I mean, get her at least to 230, I guess. Not sure how low you want to get. And this first strategy is basically based on the one from Gridden, where I also showed the strategy to unlock for the unlock tiers of Kylo Ren. However, it has a very important modification, because when I actually was attempting the ones with tickets, I actually lost a few times because of, well, I don't know, let's say bad RNG, or maybe also because I was missing one piece that Gridden's video did not show, that if you don't do that, depending on what the AI does, it can actually go south. However, if you include this modification, I haven't lost a single time. Rey can open up with, has two options to open up, and she actually does vary. Either she opens up with her basic or with Lifeblood on either Finn or Poe. Let's have a look what she does now. In this run, she opens up with Lifeblood on Finn. So no matter what she does, you're gonna open up with a stun on Finn. Then your Hux will go next, and you're gonna pass the turn meter on to Kylo. And because his cooldowns are reset, you're gonna stun Poe. So now your officer goes, you give the turn meter to Kylo, and now this is where I introduce the modification. I want to use the event special. The most important part that this gives is it gives the target ally 100% turn meter, so an immediate turn again if it's the one who is. So basically swap turn meter with the target ally. But the cool thing is I can target, with Kylo, I can target himself, so he gets an immediate turn, giving him a cooldown reduction for his specials. And this is very crucial. The other part where the damage is increased by 50%, and he becomes, I mean, this is nice, the damage increase. The untargetable doesn't really matter at all. And he can't be defeated, doesn't matter at all. The important part is actually the cooldown reduction, which Grin was not mentioning. He actually did not use this event special at all, which I realized is then reducing the is not making his strategy 100% fail-safe, at least in my hands. So I'm gonna target Kylo himself, and now as you can see, the stasis strike is down to cooldown of 1. You want to use Furious Onslaught as much as possible from now on, and always target one that is stunned. I personally like to always target Finn, because he has the lifeblood. He actually will take reduced damage, but that doesn't matter. We don't have to kill off the side characters ASAP. So I always like to siphon from Finn if he is stunned. So let's do that. Now turn meter boost with Phasma, and turn meter boost with Kylo Ren. Now it doesn't really matter. You can do the AoE. I mean, if everyone's in damage immunity, then save the specials. Right now, both Rey and Finn are not in damage immunity, so I can do the AoE. Target Finn, it doesn't really matter. Now I'm gonna do the Stasis Strike again. Since Poe is in damage immunity, I'll target Finn again. And since they are both in damage immunity, but Rey is not yet, I can do the all-in call on them. Rey gets off her ultimate. And now, again, you want to do the event special first on him to reduce the Stasis Strike cooldown. Now I'm going to siphon off Finn again because he's stunned. Do the AoE. Now give the turn meter back to Kylo. Now I will kill Poe. Now we'll give turn meter back to Kylo. I'm gonna siphon off Finn again. She's gonna get her whirlwind off, that doesn't matter. Now I'm gonna use the event special again. As you can see, I'm not gonna even use my ultimate, which of course now that I have it, I could use it. I don't bother, it's not needed, because obviously you can't use it while you're trying to unlock it. Now Finn is dead. And now you're just gonna do siphon, siphon, siphon. Alright, so this is where I actually sometimes got stuck and lost, because when Rey gets these 5 stacks of memory, she becomes enlightened. And enlightened means that all damage received by Rey is decreased by 50%. And if you don't manage to stack up enough siphon and siphon enough, you actually can lose now. However, with this strategy, with always using the special, the event special, you're not gonna lose anymore. Because now, basically, every turn, Kylo can use one of his specials. Because now, I have Stasis Strike available again. And now, I have the AoE available again, and she's dead. So now I'm gonna do a few more runs without explanations, or without in-depth explanations, with the same team comp, just to show different scenarios. Because I realized it can go differently a little bit, but if you follow a few key moves, you're not gonna lose. Which is, first stun Finn, turn meter to Kylo, stun Poe. Turn meter to Kylo, and from now on, always event ability first, and always siphon from Finn if he is stunned. If Finn is not stunned, then siphon from Poe, who should be stunned. Let's do the AoE. Actually, let's try to get Finn at least in damage immunity, or maybe kill him. Yeah, he's in damage immunity. Alright. Now let's do that. Okay, my game is laggy a little bit right now. I don't know why. Let's see. She gets a whirlwind off. Alright. I don't need to use the event ability right now, because I will have Furious Onslaught available next turn anyways. So now I'm not gonna use it. Just gonna siphon. And if you have both abilities available, always siphon. Now I'm going to use the event ability again because my AoE is on a cooldown of 2 and I don't like that. Yeah. And she's dead. As far as I can tell, the first whirlwind that she does is always going to be on OG Kylo for some reason in this comp. So you're always going to lose him. Except for, like I said, when I was playing around and practicing this tier, actually I had one very good run where somehow she never got a whirlwind off. All right, I really want to showcase the scenario where she opens up with her basic. But for some reason she doesn't do it in these tries. Turn meter, turn meter. Alright, Vincent damage immunity. And then let's target Poe. He's in damage immunity. Let's get Rey into damage immunity. She gets her whirlwind off. Alright, I want to reduce my cooldowns. And target Finn. Alright. Always Siphon, always off Finn if possible. Reduce my cooldowns. And kill her off. This one was actually very easy and quick. And as you can see, now I actually even had 3 characters standing still, besides Kylo. Alright, let's hope that Rey opens up with her basic now, just to show how this works out. Because if she opens up with her basic, sometimes you end up in a scenario where you have all 3 characters. Ah, there we go. She opens up with her basic. Now, what I've usually experienced is that you can actually end up with a scenario where all 3 opponents are in damage immunity, which is not gonna substantially influence it. See, now both side characters are already in damage immunity, and I'm gonna trigger Rey's damage immunity most likely now as well. So now you basically have to wait, kind of. Nevertheless, just keep on increasing your siphons and stuff, and you'll be good to go. Now reduce the cooldown again, and siphon off Finn, and siphon off Finn, and both will be dead now. Rey gets another whirlwind off, that's fine. Let's reduce my cooldowns. And she's dead. Alright. I think this is enough of this strategy. I want to show another one that I saw that actually I used now for the last 2 tries because I didn't like this team anymore and I wasn't sure if it's gonna work more consistently with using the event ability, which I realize now, yes it does. So let's use another comp that I saw, which actually includes those characters, surprisingly. So in the video, I'm gonna link it in the description of the video. Actually, it has been shown that Kylo should be modded straight for health. Health. I did that just following the video, just to make sure. However, I realized it's actually not even needed. You can keep your standard offensive Kylo modding, but you can also mod him for health, straight health. I'm just gonna show how this would look like in my case. So this is what I was doing. I had a health primary on all four possible mods, and just try to get also quite good speed secondaries, which would bump my Kylo up to almost 190k health. Protection is negligible. Speed, yes, you still want to have him decently fast, of course, and you lose a lot of offense, but actually for this approach it's not important. I'm not going to do it right now because I want to showcase that actually remodding for this event is not even needed. And interestingly, for the other characters, it's not even important how they are modded. Crew, he's in my arena team, so he has a decent health and protection, but really not good speed, but you don't need it. Officer, you saw the mods already, and the TIE pilots are really not good. Like, slow, sure, a bit of offense modded, which is actually not that important. Again, slow, and yeah, a bit for damage modded, but the most damage will come from Kylo himself anyways. So, want to show this strategy. And basically this one is definitely aiming for having only Kylo standing in the end. So, let's see how Rey opens up with her lifeblood. You still want to do the stunning move first. However, you don't want to use this because in this strategy, the aim is actually to build up Kylo's stats, including his health, as high as possible. However, if you grant him 100% turn meter, because of Kylo's unique, his health and protection will actually be reduced, his max health and protection. So this is actually counterproductive. And you want to keep the side characters alive as long as possible in this strategy. So you actually are gonna target Rey with all the side characters whenever you always, all the time. And I wouldn't even use that special because if you manage to remove turn meter from someone, all allies gain turn meter, which again will reduce your health and protection from Kylo, which you don't want. So just use the basic. And here you actually start off using the event ability right away to reduce cooldowns on Kylo. And you're always going to siphon off the one who has lifeblood and is stunned, if possible in combination. But is stunned is a priority because hold on, where is it? Doubled if they were stunned. So the stunning is more important. It's better if Finn gets the lifeblood and he's stunned and you siphon from him because he will actually stay alive longer in this case. You do the AoE with the special forces. That's the only exception in terms of damaging the side characters with one of the other ones, but only because of the speed up buff. You can use the stun on Poe. Anything else, go straight on Rey. Here again, I'm gonna target. I mean, if I hadn't stunned Poe yet, I would have stunned Poe. Since both are stunned, I'm gonna target the one who has lifeblood because I will damage him less. Again, basic on Rey. And again, now I want to reduce my cooldowns and want to siphon off Finn. Rey is already in damage immunity, just due to our AoEs. In some runs, you will see that actually Rey, like that Finn sometimes gets inspired and Rey starts countering. Not bad. Doesn't matter. Alright. I probably will kill off Finn here. Okay. Again, reduce. This is actually a bad scenario because Poe is not stunned and he's the only one I can siphon off. Still better than nothing. And it's still gonna work. Alright, now I can stun Poe again. And Rey is gonna start whirlwinding people. Which is fine. I don't care. Poe is in damage immunity, that's great. Alright. Well, in this scenario now, I'd rather start working on Rey because why not? Alright, reduce cooldowns. Alright, and so this is what I said. In this, with this team comp, it's always gonna come down to Kylo versus Rey. But since you've increased his Siphon Mastery stats, whatever you call it, that dramatically, Rey basically cannot kill him. And you keep on increasing. I mean, you can't siphon off her, you can't reduce her own stats, but you can still increase your own. And eventually you will kill her. I'm gonna cycle through a few more runs just to show that this is also consistent. And basically, then it's up to you to choose. I personally find this one might feel a little bit more tricky because it basically always comes down to Kylo versus Rey. Whereas in the other scenario, so here you can see Rey gave Lifeblood to Poe, so ideally you would want to siphon from him, but I think it's still better to stun Finn first. And actually she gave Lifeblood to Finn now, that's good. Alright, reduce cooldowns, let's not forget that. Alright, speed up. Let's stun Poe. And target Rey. So this approach definitely takes longer than the previous method. I still want to showcase it because I don't know which one might be better. Here you can see Finn is inspired, and that's why Rey starts countering now. Doesn't matter. Let's keep working on Finn. Reduce cooldowns. Siphon off Finn. Oops. Yeah, I didn't want to hit Finn here. Always hit Rey. Even if she's countering, doesn't matter. Alright, let's stun Finn again. He's in damage immunity now. He's already out of damage immunity. Let's siphon off Finn. Alright. And Finn's dead. Siphon off Poe. So this is actually where you can see the modding for straight health might be a little bit safer. But I want to showcase that, well, it also works like this. And you can see Rey is slowly but surely getting into the red health, and she's dead. Alright, I'm gonna do one more run, just to show 3 out of 3 it works. Also with his comp. I personally, I think, like the other one more, with all the turn meter gain and TM swapping to Kylo. I believe you definitely want to have him damage modded for that strategy. But yeah. Alright, well, now we can stun Finn with crew. She got her whirlwind off, but she also has been triggered her, she already had her damage immunity triggered, that's great. Ray starts whirlwinding people. And damage immunity triggered. Alright, let's stun Finn. Okay, see, now it can even come down to Kylo versus all three of them. However, I'm still quite confident that we're gonna win. Yep, and at this point, she has no chance of beating us. Just keep on increasing your siphon and siphon mastery, and eventually you'll kill her. Alright, I think that's enough. I hope this was helpful. Let me know which strategy you preferred. I actually like this turn meter gain strategy more, with the twist of using the event ability. So that's why I'm gonna showcase this one last time, because I feel like this is way more failsafe. Although, as you saw, the other one is also kind of failsafe. So you stun both, and then you're gonna here start reducing your cooldowns. Gain turn meter, turn meter, turn meter. Now you have all three in damage immunity. Obviously now you're not gonna do the mass assist call, because why? Why would you? I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter which moves you do now. Yeah, why not? Alright, let's do the AoE. And now, if you have the choice, always do the turn meter swap to Kylo. Like, this is the way more important part. Alright. If a special ability is of cooldown of 2, then you definitely want to use the event ability. Well, now of course I can do the mass assist. Makes sense, and she's dead. So it feels a bit safer. And again, with this method, I had a lucky run where I managed actually to get it even 3-starred, so I didn't lose a single character. But this is not what you should expect. You should expect of losing 1 to 2 characters at least, because usually she gets at least 1 whirlwind off. But yeah, let's finish it here, and I hope you'll manage to get your ultimate Kylo Ren like this as well. Alright, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!